welcome back to another video at Standard Time.
Yeah, essentially the idea of this video is when you're buying a watch that you've not tried and you see it online, but it's either something really limited, you can't go try it, but you really want that piece, exactly. Or it's something that you've just been toying with and you've seen on YouTube or something else, and you just know you want to buy that and you choose to buy that. So, and you don't know if it's going to look good on your wrist. Now, if you want to change the strap off a watch with a metal bracelet, the most important thing for having that look good on your wrist is the lugs. So you really want to know how much the lugs stick out from the case.
Yes. So what the important aspect on that is mostly for leather straps, because in leather straps, if the lugs are stand out too outside of the watch, you will start finding gaps.
Yeah, that gap between the strap, and you can just see your wrist through it, and it looks really odd. It looks really old. It looks like a vintage pocket watch, like changed into like with those huge lugs. So when you change a pocket watch into a wristwatch, they've had some really ugly looking lugs, and there's so much gap. Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, in my opinion, at least. But the thing was, like an example is this piece. This is an Invicta Pro Diver, and it came on the Oyster style bracelet, and it had these hollow end links. So hollow end links are essentially these tiny pieces that help the bracelet connect better to the case of the watch, so it looks like one solid design, I guess. So there's no gaps. Now, because of those solid end links, the lugs are so far apart from the case. As you can see, that's quite thick. Now on a NATO, this doesn't really matter.
Yes, NATO, most of the divers or most of the watches that come on Oyster style bracelets don't suffer much when it comes to NATO. I actually personally believe they look really well on NATOs, but that's personal opinion and opinions on NATO. But on leather, that's where it gets a bit more difficult to tell.
I mean, also the thing with NATO is that you typically have that other layer running underneath, so you never really see your wrist because there's two layers below the actual watch. But when it comes to a leather strap, the bottom of the watch, the case back is sitting on your wrist, so you will definitely see your wrist if there's any gap between the strap on its spring bar and the beginning of the case. So what you need to do is research the lug sizes and see it online with other straps. Exactly.
And this would also be the case for silicone straps.
Yeah, very true.
So please do your research. And
some of the silicone straps actually curve, but they're the more expensive ones. They curve to contour the case better, but the regular ones are flat, and that gap, I really dislike that gap. I mean, a lot of people are okay with it when it comes to vintage pieces and dress watches. I see a lot of outward lugs and a lot of gap, but personally I really hate that, and it was one of the factors that I had actually considered when purchasing my Seiko Monster. And because I knew I was going to sort of change the strap. So I did kind of check it out and compare sizes. And for example, this is probably these are the biggest lugs that I've ever experienced, and I don't think I'd put this on a leather strap.
Yeah, but usually you're not of a diver with leather. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a discussion for another day. Tell us guys your opinion. What do you think? Do you consider all these tiny factors when purchasing a watch?
And do you ever buy a watch without having tried it?
Exactly.
Let us know if you do that. I did that. It worked out fairly well. So if you do your research, I guess it's okay.
Give a like to the video. Check us out at Standard Time Insta and at our website, standardtimeinsta.com.
And subscribe.
See you guys next time.